Hey everyone, today we have another cocoa flow. If you haven't tried a cocoa class before, it is just like drinking a hot chocolate or a hot cocoa, supposed to be quite sweet and feel good. All of the asanas that we'll do today are very close to the ground, quite slow, so perfect for the days where you're feeling a little lower in energy. Now, this is a short form version of a longer class that we have in our Patreon account. It's about 65 minutes. What I love about this class is that for the final 20 minutes, we get to lie down and practice a body scan, which leads us into a tool that I've been learning about in my meditation teacher training called compassionate inquiry. This is where we get to really tune into our body and use it as a reference point because our body gives us signals, it gives us clues, and the more we can listen to it, the more that we can find the answers to what we need energetically and more. All right, let's get started. If you've got props, then feel free to bring that in, maybe a pillow or a bolster or some blocks. What we're gonna do is start in a kneeling position at the back of our mat. And if you have a bolster like me, you might bring it on top of the calves so that when you sit your hips back towards your heels, you're sitting on the bolster. At any point, if this brings too much pressure into the ankles, the calves, the legs, or whatever, you can release the prop, find another seated position, or you could lie down on the ground. Let's close our eyes down. Or if that doesn't quite feel comfortable yet, you might just keep the eye gaze still on one point in front of you. Take a deep breath in through the nose, lift up tall. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders, letting any tension release from the face, unfurrowing the eyebrows, relaxing the eyelids, the jaw, and the lips. We can hold so much tension in these places. Just letting it go. And even in these couple of minutes or couple of moments where we slow down and we start to pay attention, you might notice things that pop up that we've been avoiding throughout the day. Maybe not. Just allowing for that awareness to hold these things as they do arise with no judgment, no attachment. Just watching as they appear within the body, within the mind, within the heart, the spirit. You might stay in stillness for a few moments longer, or you could draw the right ear to the right shoulder. And then tuck the chin in towards the chest. And then take the left ear to the left shoulder. And then just making this semicircle a couple of times in each direction. You could start to move the spine a little, creating some rolls with the ribs moving in between extension and flexion. Moving the shoulders around. And then coming back through center. Walk your hands out into a tabletop position. So hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. If you've got a bolster, feel free to keep it on top of your calves. Inhale as you drop your belly down, look forward, lift up through the tailbone. As you exhale, let's round through the upper back, lift up through the belly button. Inhale to open, lift up the heart, squeeze shoulder blades back. As we exhale, we round, we push through the ground. A couple more times in your own breath. And as we further down the practice of yoga, we begin to know our body a little more. We become more acquainted, and it means that we can move in a way that's intuitive. And what that means is listening to the body, to our gut. Oftentimes our head tries to outthink us. It makes up stories, it tries to change the narrative, and so it's just coming back to this place of knowing. Our body knows, and it's just the unlearning that we have to do to pay attention and respect it and honor it. When you're ready, let's sink our hips back towards the heels. Balasana, child's pose. Arms will reach forward. And if you've still got the bolster here, your hips will be more lifted. Widen through the shoulder blades. Really press the hands down into the ground. Right hand, slide it by the right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, push the hand into the ground, open the chest towards the side. You're staying low, so the left shoulder is down, but the right shoulder is up. So when we do this, we get a nice twist through the spine, a little opening through the left arm. Take another breath in. As we exhale, release the right hand forward. Let's try this on the other side. Inhale as the left hand walks back. As you exhale, twist the chest open to the left. Feeling the right side of the shoulder reach towards the ground, opening through the lats, the tricep a little. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, reach the left hand forward. We're going to add on a side bend. Walk your hands over to the right. So feeling length from the left fingertips all the way down to the left hip. Use your next breath in, reach the right hand back by the right shoulder again. As you exhale, twist. Open the right shoulder away, drop the left shoulder down. Notice how this little side bend might change the sensation. I feel this more in my torso this time. And then coming back through center, let's swap it out to the other side. So walking the hands over to the left. Use your next breath in, left hand to the left shoulder on the ground. As you exhale, open and twist. Come back through center. Lift yourself back up into your tabletop position. And then walk your hands forward, puppy pose. Dropping the chest towards the ground. Maybe the forehead lands, maybe the chin lands, depending on the space that you have accessible in your spine. One more option, if you did have blocks around, is that you could bring them underneath your hands. Now, I would only recommend this if you're feeling nice and cozy in your puppy pose before, because this really brings quite a bit of opening and length into the shoulders. 2 more breaths here, breathing into the sides of the ribs. As you exhale, dropping the chest down, lifting up the tailbone, creating extension through the spine. Walk yourself back. If you've got the blocks, just put them back forward again. Roll yourself down onto your belly. Now, if you're like me, you might still have the bolster on your legs, which is going to be good fun for what we do next. Savasana, Locus pose. You might stack the hands together and bring your forehead down. We're going to do 2 rounds. First round, just the legs. Engage the glutes. Lengthen the legs as long as possible. Breathe in as you lift your feet up towards the sky. Holding for your exhale. You might even point your toes here. And if you've got your bolster, your pillow on your legs, you might notice there's a bit more weight, so it challenges the hamstrings, the glutes, the calves even more. This is extra hard for me because my bolster is really heavy. Take another breath in. Exhale, lower down. One more time, hands forward or hands back. I'm going to go hands back for this one. Squeeze the glutes, breathe in, lift up. If you've got your hands back, like me, reaching your hands towards your toes, rolling the shoulders back and down. Let's take one more breath. And then lowering yourself down to the ground. Push yourself up onto your knees. If you've got the bolster, just plonk it over to the side. Roll yourself onto your hips. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. You might like to use your blocks here. If you had them available, just slotting them underneath the knees. But you can totally do this without as well. Deep breath in through the nose, lift up tall, hands clasped around the front of the ankle. As you exhale, leaning forward, maybe there's a slight pull of the hands to help your chest reach. Elbows could anchor onto the insides of the thighs. There might be a little tuck of the chin here as well. One to 2 more breaths. Let's walk ourselves back. We'll roll down onto our backs. We won't be there for too long. You might shuffle yourself forward, rolling down, hugging knees towards the chest. Giving yourself a little squeeze, a little thank you for the moments that you've spent with yourself in the last 10, 15 minutes. Even though it's short, it's intentional. It's quality, hopefully. And then maybe landing the feet down, taking them wide, knocking the knees towards each other. If there are any final movements you'd like to take before we lie in stillness for a minute or 2, go for it. Otherwise, slowing the breath down. Allowing the body to really drop weight down towards the earth. Just knowing that you can take as much time as you need or want here. Listen to yourself, to your intuition. Let that guide you rather than maybe the head. Although sometimes we do need to listen there as well. This is where I'll leave us. Take your time transitioning out. I thank you so much for practicing with me today. Again, if you would like to explore this longer practice on Patreon, the class is there for you. I look forward to being and breathing and moving with you again sometime very soon, I hope. See you next time.